Okay, so the Xfinity Series race has just wrapped up. I want to start from the very beginning and work my way to the end. First of all, Riley Herbst won the pole, which that was really surprising. I mean, first of all, Riley Herbst is good. Okay, he was bad. He was terrible when he first got into his race car. Like 2, 3 years ago, whatever it is at this point, he was bad. Okay, but I feel like he has improved. Okay, he's consistent. He can finish in the top 15, top 10 each week, which, as a owner's perspective, that is great. So if Stuart Haas were to ever drop Riley Herbst, which they probably won't, I would say he could easily find a ride because of his consistency. What I have written down here is that Ty Gibbs is still inexperienced and aggressive. I think he was making moves there at Nashville that were like way too aggressive for being at the very start of a race. Like, he needs just more experience in general, even though he has like 5 wins. I don't know how many, but like he has a few wins already, but like he is still very inexperienced in the Xfinity Series. And then in like lap 20, maybe it was lap 15, Natalie Decker was seen going super slow on the bottom of the racetrack. Can we just get her out of the sport already? I mean, what does she have to offer, really, to like anybody in the sport? Just a last place finish. That's all she has to offer. When she was in the Nice truck, I mean, there was, maybe a good run here or there, but it's like she doesn't have anything to show. It's just not. She needs to get out of this sport and just go stay on Instagram. And then another thing that I quickly noticed from the start of the Xfinity Series race is that the mid-pack racing was way better than like the battles for the lead. Because once again, Clean Air was overpowered. I mean, you really couldn't get past the leader if you tried. Allgaier wins stage 1, and then Herbst makes contact with Bain's tire carrier. I hope he's alright. I believe he recovered and he was in the care center. I believe he's alright. And then Allgaier won stage 2. Gibbs then passed Allgaier for the lead on pit road. However, Allgaier took the lead back under green. And then Preece spun Berry
to pit road. We got a spin. Josh Berry loose off of turn 2, contact with Ryan Preece.
Yeah, Preece stuck behind him, couldn't go anywhere, and so the caution comes out. A really slow spin for Josh Berry.
Mike spun, didn't hit anything, just where the 5 is, left rear.
Yeah, Josh got up the race.
Okay, and then Earnhardt spun.
Fortunately for Jeffrey, you see, he just couldn't keep the car on the bottom of the racetrack, up into the 2, Sheldon Creed. Fortunately, no big damage for Jeffrey.
There was there was a section of point. It was like in the middle of the race where Dale Jr. on the broadcast said doo-doo, and I thought that was really funny. I wonder if I can find it.
Doo-doo, Dave.
And then after that, Jeb Burton, Joe Graff Jr., Sheldon Creed, they all wreck. Creed had went down on Jeb Burton, so that caused a big old pile up.
Oh, we got a crash. Car's hard into the wall.
Sheldon Creed gets caught up in it, but the 27, probably the most contact there. Jeb Burton.
Jeb was having a solid day today. You mentioned his team has come from the back multiple times. The 07, Joe Graff Jr., we saw him also.
And then Snyder had a flat right rear, and then Gibbs gets loose because of Mayer, but he corrects himself using Mayer. That was fun to watch right there.
Ty Gibbs loose.
Around he goes. The 54 straightened back out by Sam Mayer. Now he catches it. Ty Gibbs, what a save, thanks to Sam Mayer.
And then I want to talk about the rivalry between Gibbs and Mayer. I have a feeling that by the time Gibbs makes his way up into the Cup Series, Mayer will have already broken through and won at least 2 races. Okay, I have faith in Mayer. He's not god awful, but he's in Junior Motorsports equipment, and he can get it done. And when both of them guys are in the Cup Series, that's going to be real fun to watch. And then at the very end there, it ran green the entire way, which is like super rare nowadays. And Allgaier won Nashville. He dominated the whole race. I mean, Junior Motorsports has been on a huge run. They've been on fire. Like, literally even. Some good runs. Trevor Bayne finished second. He seriously needs to get a full-time opportunity. I mean, Bayne, he has good character, and he knows how to drive a race car, okay? He's in Joe Gibbs equipment, and he's doing his absolute best to win. And he's coming up short. I seriously hope he wins, okay? Even though that win won't go to anything. I just hope that Trevor Bayne can come back, maybe as like an Xfinity or Truck Series regular. Maybe he could take like Matt Crafton's place if he decides to retire after this season, you know? Herbst finished third. Priest finished sixth. Jeffrey Earnhardt finished seventh. I think that's what's his name? Ryan Sieg finished ninth. Brett Moffitt 10th. Brandon Brown 11th. Parker Retzlaff 12th, and Stefan Parsons 15th. From this race alone, I can tell you that the NBC broadcast coverage is way better than Fox. I mean, they are on top of the action, on track. They're focused on the racing and not on the fans. Because when Fox was big, when Fox had the first half of the season, they would always have like these random shots of just the fans, and then they'd miss something that happened on the track, like a pass for the lead or a wreck, and it was just ridiculous. However, though, Fox put more effort into like focusing on everyone. Like, Fox would name out the small guys running in the back, you know, if they were ever being like lapped or something, which I thought was nice. NBC, I didn't really see much of that. I mean, they'd say their name like once, but they wouldn't. That's like the only thing I could say that's great about Fox, is that they like to shout out to the little guys. I also want to say that Nashville isn't really that good. Yeah. For like the lower series, it's not. Like, passing for the lead doesn't happen, but mid-pack passing does happen, and it happens frequently. But I'd rather watch passing for the lead, okay? Like, that's what makes like Daytona or Talladega entertaining, because there's constant passing for the lead, and I think that's what this sport really needs more of. Even though this race was completely dominated by Justin Allgaier, I would still say that the Xfinity Series is the best series in NASCAR at the moment. Like, the Truck Series is just, I don't know, it's not healthy at the moment. It's not being won by the regulars. I mean, there isn't really anybody at the moment who really stands out in that series other than like Zane Smith and John Hunter Nemechek, who both of those guys really should be advancing. And then the Cup Series still needs to figure itself out. Like, with the next-gen car, it's going to take this whole season to really figure it out. I mean, and then next year is going to be even more interesting. They're going to add some new tracks or, you know, whatever. And then, yeah, Junior Motorsports, they are on a summer streak. They are red hot. And I don't think they'll stop at Road America, Atlanta, New Hampshire, wherever they run. I don't know if they run Atlanta, but I know they run Road America in New Hampshire. I bet they'll probably win both of those races. Well, maybe not New Hampshire, because Christopher Bell won last year, but oh well. Anyways, that's it for the Xfinity Series.